Hello everybody, how are we all? Welcome back. Sorry for the little hiatus. I was in New York for a bit and I did film some stuff and it just didn't work out. Sometimes vlogging does not work out. And it was one of those weeks. So I'm back in London and we're starting again. It's the 15th of December. Got a lot of mince pies to eat, as you can imagine. And it's Monday and I'm just doing some work and I'm really tired, and I think everybody is feeling that end of year feeling where we're like, come on, let's do this, final push. I am good though. I had a really nice little trip in New York, did book club, which was amazing.
Every now and then I try it.
What are the fantastical moments that you think of this book? Because like when I was reading, and we were just discussing that at the bar.
Willingly so, paints a very kind of scary image of him. It has
Yeah, we read a book that I really enjoyed called Verdigris by Mikhail Mari, which was so good. And I'm actually right now, the work that I'm doing is I asked everybody what their favourite book of this year was, and I'm pulling through a big list to use for the vote for the January book. So we had over 200 responses, which is so nice. So I'm just going through them all now, which is very enjoyable, and finding the ones that I really like the sound of. And I'm just ending up with a really long list of books that I want to read. But yeah, I've got some like life updates and stuff to talk about in this video. It's just going to be a nice little catch-up vlog. Worky bits wise this week, it's very much my last week of work before Christmas, so I'm just wrapping things up mostly, so it's going to be relatively uneventful but also really nice. So I thought it'd be a nice time to vlog, and we've got many more mince pies things to cover naturally. Look, I got an aura ring. I'm really enjoying it. I've had it for a few weeks now, and I think it's really good, and I especially like looking at how much I do or don't sleep. Last night I did not sleep very well, and it's quite validating when you think, God, I didn't sleep well last night, and then you look at it and you get your sleep score and you're like, oh God, I knew it. I knew I didn't sleep well. So that's making me feel good. But yeah, I'm gonna make a coffee actually, and then I've actually got therapy in half an hour, which I'm just doing over Zoom because I didn't have time to go to get there in person. It's like an hour away. So I'm gonna do that over Zoom and literally probably sit at my desk all day, which isn't very good. I also feel a bit like I'm coming down with something, so I'm feeling a bit restful, which is nice. I'm watching Flubber in the background, but I thought that I would show you how I'm going about picking the books for January. So this is the spreadsheet we have with all of the different books that people recommended. And then I am going through them all one by one. Firstly, seeing if they've been done by any major book club. I try and avoid ones that have been, because it often means they're like, if they've been like, like Reese Witherspoon's book club or something, one of the really big ones, or Oprah, then it normally means that they've been quite widely read, which I'm not against at all. But I feel like if there's already a community of people out there talking about them, then I don't need to add to that. And then I have gone through and blocked out ones that we've already done or have already had in a vote, ones that sort of I don't think will lend themselves to a book club conversation. And then for each one, I am going on Goodreads. I actually use Storygraph most of the time for logging my own reading, but because Goodreads just has such a big database, there's so many more reviews. So then I read the Goodreads page, read through some of the reviews and see what I think of it. And then I will see how available the book is generally, and if it's in hardback or if it's out in paperback or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to end up with a pretty long list, a few more to go through, and then we'll narrow it down to 5 from there. But this is such a nice long list of books that people have recommended. So I'm going to find a way to do something to make this look nice. Like everyone's Instagram handles are on here and stuff, so that then I could share that. Please excuse how dirty my screen is as well. But yeah, I'm also watching Flubber, which is very enjoyable. Hang on, I can't see the thing. While I do this, so I'm having a nice relaxing time immersed in books, which is that's a pretty perfect setup, isn't it? Lem sipping there because I'm feeling increasingly poorly as the day goes on. I've got this amazing advent calendar from a puzzle brand called Cloudberries. I've done a few of theirs, and every day you get some more pieces to your puzzle. It's actually a really nice controlled way of doing a jigsaw. You don't have a picture to go off, but because there's not loads of pieces each day, it's really easy to do without looking at a picture. So I've really been enjoying this. I know it's a bit late to recommend an advent calendar because it's halfway through the month, but regardless, I'm recommending it because I have loved this one.
I don't know if I ever gonna stop. Reminding myself everything is lying. Today I met who I'm gonna be. From now on, and he's a piece of shit.
Guys, I am having just one of those overwhelming days where there's like stuff everywhere. The whole house is like this. It's just stuff. I'm on my way out to shoot my last job of 2025. It's grey, but I can't help that. I can't control the weather, and it is content shot in December, so it's gonna look like content shot in December. And yeah, just wrapping bits up still in more ways than one, because I do have some presents to wrap actually. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel on the brink of illness, and so I've cancelled all my evening plans. Actually, I was meant to do 2 different things, and I've cancelled them both. And I just hope that one more night in and one more big sleep, I'm actually quite jet lagged as well, will stop this illness developing and we can nip it in the bud. There's so much going around at the moment, and I am really determined to avoid getting it, but I'm not sure how successful I'm going to be in that. So yeah, I'm just gonna basically shooting is the big job of the day. I don't mind what sweetness on it. Post-shoot fuel. Did I not do good serving?
No, you did great. It's just, I need to,
Simon does everything so tastefully and beautifully, including dress the soup. Right, excuse the mess behind me. I can't get on top of myself. I can't get on top of my life. So I'm going out for lunch, which is what any respecting young lady would do when they're a little bit overwhelmed. And this is what I'm wearing. I want to show you these jeans. The job that I shot yesterday with Simon was for Rouge, who I haven't worked with before. First time working with them, and they sent some jeans that I think are really good. Nice long, quite wide, but not too wide leg. Nice wash, very mid-rise. But I'm really liking these. They sent me them in this colour and black. And I think the fit on these is slightly nicer because the denim's slightly softer, so it's pulling nicely over my shoes. Salmon Amel, again, COS t-shirt underneath here. Oh, things need a dust, don't they? This is a cashmere from Longchamp, and then my row fur coat. This to me is such a New York item of clothing, because in New York you get a lot of very cold but dry days in the winter, whereas here you just get less dry days, but today it's cold, it's grey but dry. So it's a day to wear this, because you can't wear stuff like this in the rain really. And I love it. Obviously it's just the most simple outfit on underneath. Then throw this over the top and it looks really glamorous. Gosh, I look tired. So yeah, I'm gonna go meet Hannah for some lunch, and we're doing it via some Christmas shopping on the way. So I'm actually gonna have a really long walk because I haven't been going to the gym because I can't be arsed, and I'm really unmotivated with stuff like that, as we've spoken about before. So I must move in some capacity to keep the old Aura ring happy as well. They're very motivating, actually, very motivating. Got a posh mince pie from this very cute little greengrocer's. Layla's shop it's called, in Shoreditch. How nice is it? Look, you see the mistletoe there? Got mistletoe hanging outside. And yeah, I've got a singular mince pie. It was £2.50 for one. I'll give this a go when I get home. Also just secured one from Jolene, which is like a fancy bakery. They've got a few in London. We're on a roll. Right, I'm back home. 2 mince pies. Very different looking goods. Totally different pastry. This is the Layla shop one, and this is Jolene. Layla shop, I think there's only one of, is it called Layla? Yeah, there's only one of them in London as far as I know. There's quite a few Jolenes, but look at the difference of these two. Let's go. Okay. Nice pastry. And the filling is really nice actually. It's quite fresh and not too sweet, but I think I prefer more pastry and more buttery pastry. This looks more like the kind of one that I like. I haven't had one in a week or so. Oh my gosh. My particular one is a tiny bit burnt, but that was on me for picking this one out. And that is still exceptional. That might have gone straight to first place. I need to do all the Tesco ones that I got, and my Mr. Kipling and my little one as well. But that is gonna be hard to beat. The pastry is delicious and the filling is delicious. I mean, even looking at them, there's no contest.
Everything is lying. Yeah. Today I met who I'm gonna be from now on.
Good evening, guys. I have had 2 pints and a steak and ale pie. I actually don't think that there is any better sentence that a human being can utter than that on a Wednesday, no less. And let's all pray I'm not hungover tomorrow. It's actually quite early. It's only 8 p.m. And we went out for a really early little catch up, and I am craving something sweet. So it's time for the third mince pie testing of the day. We're going to do the little ones that somebody very specifically commented about. So thank you for the recommendation, for the hot tip. I am tomorrow going to, so the St. John ones have been coming up a lot. If you aren't familiar, St. John is a very famous restaurant in London, mostly like meats. It's beautiful. They've got a few different restaurants in London, but it's very chic. The food's amazing. It's impossible to get a table at. It's great. and all the things you want in a restaurant. Amazing reviews, and you can't possibly get there if you try. It's just exactly what you want. But they've opened a cafe at London Review Books, which is a bookshop in London, and I'm going to go there tomorrow with the hope that I can get the mince pies, but I think they're sold out because you can't get them online. So I'm worried they're actually all sold out. But that's tomorrow's job. For now, we're with the deluxe all butter mince pies from Lidl. I'll be honest, I can't remember how much they are. I think they were £1 something for 6. Looking good. Really nice pattern on the top there. Not too much gaps in the pastries. It instantly feels like a very nice soft short crust. I can tell that it's buttery, which normally means it's going to be tasty. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so good. Probably one of the best. Oh my god, I think that's better than the Jolene one that I had earlier. The pastry's amazing. The filling is perfect. The ratio, perfect. Not too sweet. Really indulgent pastry. Mixed with like a sharpness of the filling. There's no like, sometimes you get a crunch because there's actually too much sugar. Like I like something sugary, but I want to be able to convince myself it's not sugary. So I don't want to feel the granule in my teeth. This is smooth. Oh my god, those are amazing. I'm gonna have to take some of those home to Mum because she will love those. Well, we possibly have a new front runner. Having the Betty's one seems like a very long time ago now, but I think that's the best supermarket one. Lidl, if you don't know as well, I do keep reminding myself that we're catering to an international audience here who we have become. I've managed to foster a community of people who are really interested in mince pies, even when you've never had them. So Lidl, if you're not from the UK, is a budget supermarket. The tiers of supermarkets, and I could do a whole half-an-hour video on British supermarkets. It's a really specific thing that, in my experience in New York, I can't speak for the rest of America. In New York, it doesn't exist in the way that British supermarkets exist here. But yeah, that Lidl mince pie was something to write home about. Right, I'm on my way out. Chaos morning. I'm carrying this like a handbag. I've got a handbag as well. Brolly, it's Paul Smith. Actually, weirdly, it's something I got sent, and one of those unexpectedly wonderful things I now own that I'm just absolutely dreading the day I inevitably lose that. Our cashmere knit. I've worn this so much since they sent it. It's great. My coat is one that I got from Tokyo years ago. The Rouge jeans again. Church's boots. And then the bag is my Sir bag. Heading into town to London Review Books. And then I'm actually going to the opera tonight. So I'm going to come back and get ready because I think you've got to get dressed up for the opera, and I couldn't face getting dressed up now, and I don't know where I'd get changed. I've had an overwhelming morning of trying to plan what is actually a really straightforward day and very symptomatic of, I think, this time of the year, and the fact it's pitch black means it feels very difficult to do very simple things. I haven't had a chance to do my Advent jigsaw yet, but we'll get to that today. So yeah, this is me. I look a bit like Professor Snape when you can't see the whole thing. Damn it! Not that we don't love Professor Snape, but he's not particularly a style icon of mine. I won't film your face, but just your commentary.
You can film my face. I mean, I'm used to the ones that look like my mum's ones.
I've got homemade mince pie in our midst.
So this looks to me like it should be full of meat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, because it's fully covered. I see what you mean.
Go ahead.
You want more of a savoury,
Whoa.
Oh my god,
That's a lot of filling.
it's really cinnamony.
Mm.
Oh wow, it's really good. Well, I wish that you could try this.
I have a feeling he doesn't really use.
I am going to the opera tonight didn't know what to wear for such a thing. So I've just gone with an all black outfit. I've got my Ruthlessly sunglasses. Those are not sunglasses. Wow, this has been a day. Earrings, they are, that I wear all the time. An old turtleneck from Mango, and then so into collarless jackets at the Mo. It's throwing it down and has been all day. This really thick wool one from Sir, which is a really beautiful shape. Which I got specifically with these kind of evenings in mind, not the opera in mind, because I hadn't envisioned myself going to the opera, but just a like wintry evening when you need to wear something warm, but don't want to wear a long coat. And then my Rohe suit trousers, still the same Church's boots that I had on this morning. Did I show you my outfit this morning? Yeah, I did. Yes. Same Church's boots because they've been comfy and like I said, it's raining. And then my old Dior bag. Got a tote bag with some dresses to give to a friend who is lucky enough to be spending the winter in Australia and need to borrow dresses that I will not be getting anywhere out of. So those are going with me. So yeah, I'm going to meet some friends at the pub in town and then go over to the Royal Ballet and Opera. I'm doing Buffy's there, and they very kindly said, do you want to come and see something? And the opera that I picked to go and see is called The Last Days, and it's about the last days of Kurt Cobain's life. And I don't think I've ever been to an opera before. I can't really remember if I have. So I don't really know what to expect generally, and certainly don't know what to expect about a contemporary opera where it's about something like that. But I'm excited because I love Nirvana. So yeah, this is my outfit. I don't know actually, looking at myself here, I don't know if I like it. I think I look a bit like a bouncer, don't I? Shit. Anyway, I've not got time. So we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Is it the trousers that are wrong? It is. Oh my God, do I have time? Maybe I need to put a pair of jeans on. Oh shit. I can't quite believe that I'm gonna host a Buffy's in here. This is the Royal Opera House. Sniffed at the Christmas tree. That's why that says that. Sorry, I wondered why that car was beeping. But yeah, the show that we just watched was so beautiful. I loved it. Right, this is going to be the last mince pie moment of this year. Publicly, privately I will have many more. We have a Mr. Kipling signature collection, all butter mince pies. Mr. Kipling's best mince pie ever. And then we have Tesco 6 Merry Mince Pies and Tesco Finest All Butter Mince Pies. I'm going to do a side-by-side of these two right away. As you can see, I have so many mince pies in this house. I also just have to stop buying them because I have more than is possible to eat, really. Oh, okay. Ooh, we haven't had a design like that before. That's the not posh Tesco one. This is the Tesco Finest one. Much bigger. I can't remember how much they were, I'm sorry. Much, much bigger. Okay, regular Tesco. It's good. It's nice. Straight into posh Tesco. Tesco Finest is good every year. You need the all butter pastry. It makes a big difference to the sort of creaminess also of it. So let's see how Mr. Kipling do, which is also an all butter one. I am really craving sweet stuff today, so this is a treat. Oh, interesting. You get 4 in the pack. They're very big compared to Tesco, and a different sort of style of decoration where a lot of the mince is on show. Let's see how this goes. No. No. It's so sweet. They're all so sweet, but they all have like a spiciness to them. Ooh, actually actively didn't like that. Oh my god, you can see how like syrupy it is. They're all really sweet, but like they have, can you see the difference? Oh no, Mr. Kipling, no. I don't even want to finish that. Yeah, they have a spiciness to them, which kind of cuts through how overly sweet they are because they are so sugary. I'm going to just have one more bite of the Tesco one because it's so good. I'm gonna finish. I can't finish all three, I'll be honest, but I'm gonna finish this one with my cup of tea. Tesco do well every year, don't they, with this? I go up north on Monday. We're gonna have to finish all of the Advent jigsaw before then, because not surprisingly, I'm not going to take that home with me to Mum's. Maybe I'll treat myself to doing that today. Yeah, in terms of like talking to you for this video, I wanted to end with just a tiny little life update, which is I'm having an operation on my knees next year. I know lots of you already know this and we spoke about it online before, but I have problems with my knees that I've had since I was a child. They dislocate really easily. And it's one of those things that I've always known was going to get worse as I got older, and has gotten worse as I've got older. And it's been happening with increasing frequency and is now at a point where my knees are impacting my day-to-day life. And they're just more painful and I'm more anxious about them and they're just becoming more and more limiting. I've known for a long time that eventually I'd have to have an operation, and it's been one of those ones that really fortunately is an elective operation. I could choose when to have it, which is incredibly lucky because it's nothing life-threatening in that way. There's no urgency attached to it, but it's quite difficult to decide when's the right time to put your life momentarily on hold. Momentarily definitely being the key word, because I know long term it's going to be so worth it. I'm just reminding myself what it's called, what the operation is, because I would love to know if anyone watching has had this exact operation. It's essentially, I would call it a knee reconstruction. Alas, I am not a knee surgeon, which is probably a shock to all of you actually. So the correct phrase is a tibial tubercle transfer, a TTT, and a medial patellofemoral ligament reconstruction, an MPFL. So that's all really just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Which is nice. And I've got to do one at a time. So I'm doing the first one at the end of Feb, and I want to start talking about it now because it's definitely going to impact work. It's going to impact Buffy's. I'm going to have to not do a book club in February. I'm having the operation in London, not in New York. So the Buffy's February should have been in New York, but that's not going to happen. And I'm hoping that I'll then be able to do the one in London at the end of March, but there is just an element of me having to see how I am. And yeah, I feel at the moment, I feel fine about it. I was quite upset initially when I was sort of seeing the consultant and we were talking through what he wanted to do. And now that we've set the date and the date's a few months away, I feel okay. I think as it approaches it, I'm going to feel quite overwhelmed again. I'm really fortunate that I've never had a major surgery. I've never had any surgery. I've never been under general anaesthetic. I've never had, apart from when my knees have dislocated, a period of my life that has been put on hold due to illness, which is so lucky to be able to say. And it's a very overwhelming thought of temporarily losing your independence. That's the thing that I think I'm freaking out the most about, because I'm not really going to be able to get about easily. And yeah, Mum's going to come and live with me for a little bit. I'm doing it in London, the operation, so she's going to come down and live with me, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, it's I think it's going to be a weird year. I've had an amazing, probably actually had the most special for me year of my career. With the way that Buffy's has gone, it's grown so much, and there's so many exciting conversations happening for next year, and I've got momentum. Like, I feel like I've got it's going, it's happening, and I want to run with it, and I don't want to slow down. But yeah, it's all, you can't control these things, can you? It's coming at a time when I really can tell that I need to prioritise having this operation done. I'm sort of preparing myself for, I think it's going to be mentally quite tricky to have one done and know, oh, this isn't, you're not just recovering from this, you've then got to wait. I've got to wait at least 6 months and then have the second one done. I think that might be quite hard. But I also am really hopeful that I will then recover and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe how different this feels. I'm really have a feeling it's going to be one of those things that I don't fully appreciate how bad my knees feel every day because I'm used to it. And then when they don't feel like that anymore, I'm going to be like, whoa, this is life-changing. So yeah, there's lots of exciting things. It's meant to be really painful. I'm scared of that. I can't quite imagine what that pain is going to feel like. Like I said, I've dislocated my knees a lot and it's incredibly painful. But I normally bounce back quite quickly. And yeah, I think I need to be really realistic about the fact I'm probably not going to bounce back that quickly from this because it's quite a big operation. So yeah, if anyone has had a TTT and an MPFL, please let me know in the comments. I would love to sort of hear what to expect from this. Have put a Nintendo Switch on my Christmas list, very importantly, so that I am going to be well entertained through my convalescence, and I am going to read loads, and I'm also just probably going to rest a lot. But we've got a few months until that happens yet. It's over 2 months away, but I wanted to start talking about it now just to manage expectations about some work things and what that's going to look like for next year, because I think it's going to be an incredible year, but some moments of disruption. But as always, I'm going to go back to work as soon as I can. I love working so much and I don't really ever want to take a lot of time away from it. So I'll be back to sharing things after it as soon as possible and bring you all along with the journey as much as I can. But yeah, that was my little life update. I'm going to end the video here because it's also quite long now. Have a lovely Christmas. I hope you all get some rest in and just some time to recharge. And thank you so much for watching.
I don't know if I ever gonna stop. Reminding myself everything is lying. Yeah. Today from now on, and he's a piece of shit. Yeah. Table by the door.